Hey guys, this is Miss Ross. Okay, so today we're going to do, this is week 5, practice 1. All right, number 1 says, a diagram of a car window is shown. Which two words best describe the shape of the car window? Okay, so we talked about the other day how you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So any shape that has 4 sides is a quadrilateral. So you can just write here, 4 sides makes it a quadrilateral. All right. Now, we learned on Monday that if the shape has one set of parallel sides, it's called a trapezoid. Well, this shape has 2 sets of parallel sides. It has this side right here. 2 and 4 are parallel, meaning they would run side by side forever and ever and ever. Amen. And 1 and 3 are parallel. And so if you have 2 sets of parallel sides, that is called a parallelogram. So write that down. 2 sets of parallel sides, P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. 2 sets of parallel sides makes it a parallelogram. Big word. Okay, and that's easy to remember because parallel. So it is a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. Those are the 2 names for this shape. All right, next. Jennifer is writing 5 and 176 thousandths in expanded form. What number makes the equation true? So 5 and 176 thousandths equals 5 in the ones place. What needs to go in the tenths place? You need to put the digit 1 in the tenths place. Then 7 hundredths and 6 thousandths. So there you are. It is 1 in the tenths place. All right. Dad is getting food for my party, including me. There will be 11 people at the party. Dad can make 12 cupcakes per batch. How many batches should I tell Dad to make so that we can each have 3 cupcakes? Okay. So what I want you to do first is I want you to come over here and I want you to draw a little picture of what the batches look like. Okay. Your mom or your grandma or your dad, even, they might make cupcakes at your house. And a lot of times it'll be in a pan that kind of looks like this. They pour the batter into the little holes. Okay. So when we're talking about batches, that's what we're talking about. Okay. All right. So let's make a table. All right. We got a table here and we're going to divide it into 3 sections. Okay, so we've got how many people are at the party. That's the first section. Then this next one is number of cupcakes we need. So that's like a total. Then the next one is how many in a batch. And then at the bottom down here, we're going to figure out the number of batches that we need. Okay, so here we go. How many people do we have at the party? Well, let's see. Including me, there will be 11 people at the party. Just a moment, guys. I got to go open this door. Pardon me about that. Okay, so including me, there will be 11 people at the party. So you don't need to add another person. It's 11 in all. Okay, so there are 11 people at the party. Now, how many cupcakes do we need? It says, how many batches should I tell Dad to make so we can each have 3? So if there's 11 people and they each want 3, then you need to do 11 times 3 to figure out how many cupcakes you need. Well, how many cupcakes is that? You need 33. Okay, so 33 cupcakes in all is how many you need in all in order for everybody to have, all 11 people to have 3. All right, so then how many in a batch? Dad can make 12 cupcakes in a batch. So there are 12 in a batch. So now we've got to figure out how many batches do we need to make so that we have 3. And I just like to skip count it on. So if I've got 12, circle it, that's 1 batch, right? If he makes 1 batch, then I've got 12. And I've got to get to 33. This is the number that I need. Okay, now add another batch. If I do 2, now I've got 24. That's not enough. Do another batch. 24 plus 12 is 36. Now I've got enough. So how many batches did he have to make? He made the first batch of 12, the second batch made 24, the third batch made 36. So he had to make 3 batches to make this work. All right, and you can just highlight that. I like highlighting it. Makes me feel good inside. All right. Next one, Mark drove 300 miles in February. He drove 4 times as many miles in February as he did in January, and he drove 6 times as many miles in March as he did in January. That's a lot of words, okay? So the first thing you need to do is just to give yourself a January, February, March table. And this is one of the requirements that we're asking for this week is that you make these charts. Okay, so let's do January, February, March. Easy enough? All right, let's fill in what we know for sure. Mark drove 300 miles in February. Well, that's easy enough. I'm going to cross that out. There we go. 300 miles in February. All right, then it says he drove 4 times as many miles in February as he did in January. So this number is going to be 4 times what this one is. So I like to put a B right here to let me know that this is going to be the big number, okay? So it's going to be whatever this is times 4 will give me February, which is 300. So January times 4 will give me 300. All right. How am I going to figure that out? How am I going to figure that number out that goes in there? Well, a number times 4 is 300. If you work it backwards, you have to divide because the opposite of multiplication is division. So put your 300 here and divide it by 4. How many 4s are in 3? There are none. How many 4s are in 30? There are 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract, you get a 2. Bring down the 0. How many 4s are in 20? There are 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract, you get a 0. So how many in January? 75. And that makes sense because it says he drove 4 times as many in February as he did in January. So 75 times 4 will give you 300. So that works. So I'm going to highlight my January amount and I'm going to highlight my February amount. Okay. Then I'm going to look to March. It says for March, it says he drove 6 times as many miles in March as he did in January. So you have to take January's number. Pardon me. What else? Who else is going to interrupt this video? Okay. So you have to take January's number and you have to multiply it by 6 to find March. So take 75 times 6 to get your March number. All right, so I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do this math. 75 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. Leave the 0, carry the 3. This times this is 42, 43, 44, 45. So 450 in March. And I'm going to highlight it. So now we've got our January, our February, and our March number. The question says, how many miles did Mark drive in March? He drove, here's March, 450, and I'm going to circle that. There we are. All right, and the last one, these are the easiest ones. On Monday, Allie rode 3 miles. On Tuesday, she rode 5 miles. On Wednesday, she rode 2 times farther than Monday and Tuesday combined. Combined means you add. Make your chart with Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm going to go like this. All right, we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, and then start filling it in. On Monday, Allie rode 3 miles. So just put a 3 there. Simple. On Tuesday, she rode 5. Put a 5 here. On Wednesday, she rode 2 times further than Monday and Tuesday put together. So put Monday and Tuesday together. So add 3 and 5 together. And then it said she rode 2 times further than that. So multiply by 2. Okay, add together Monday, Tuesday, multiply by 2. So 3 plus 5 is 8 times 2 is, Allie rode 16 on Wednesday. So I've got 3 on Monday, 5 on Tuesday, 16 on Wednesday. Now make sure that you answer the question. How many miles has she ridden so far this week? You have to add Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday together. So 16 plus 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 6 is 14. I hope that's right. And 2. So far this week, she's ridden 24 miles. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Love you. Make sure you take down all of the notes, not just the answer, because this is the teaching. This is Miss Ross, Miss Schaefer, Miss Jackson, Mrs. Letchworth. This is Miss Cahoon standing at the front of the room teaching you how to do these problems. You have to watch the videos. All right. Love you guys. Bye.